What's going on, everybody? Doc here. Gamer guys, back again. MTG Arena action and Premier Remix Draft Artifacts. I've done this before. This was probably some months ago. I don't recall exactly when it was. It would have been when we were uploading on the other channel. I'm going to jump in. I do remember this actually being pretty fun, but I remember having to spend a lot of time in the draft reading a lot of cards because the pool of these cards is pretty interesting. So we're going to do what we normally do here. Thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. Just really appreciate you spending a few minutes of your day with me. We're going to jump in. We'll do our draft. We will see what we can put together here for a deck, and then we'll jump into some games. Hopefully have some fun. Maybe get a couple of wins, see if we can get some Jimmy Gems, and just have a good time. It's pretty fun. I have been grinding a whole ton of Bloomburrow, and so kind of a nice little break, I guess, to switch it up and do something a little bit different. And I do remember the last draft of this that I did was a ton of fun. It was like really really enjoyable. It was kind of cool to have a set just full of artifacts and just having lots of different opportunities to do different things. I don't recall my deck being very good particularly, but I think we ended up, I want to say it was either that or Brothers War. It might have been both. I'm pretty sure we drafted a Wormcoil Engine. I think that was in here. What else did we draft? I don't remember. I just remember it being pretty fun and enjoyable. So hopefully we can get this thing queued up and we'll get into some drafting. All right, here we go. That took a minute, but I don't know. Shadow Spear seems pretty cool. I'm gonna take Shadow Spear, because why not? See, this was my problem the last time. We could go I'm gonna go this route. I'm gonna do that. All right. Ooh. I want to take. I'm gonna take the Candy Grab. I don't know. Vault Scourge is really good. This is gonna be tough. This is tough. I don't know. I don't know what to do. This is tough. This is really tough. Vengeful, this seems pretty good. We're very one color here. I guess maybe we go into green here. like emergency weld here. I was kind of hoping this was going to come back around. I'm going to take that. I don't really anticipate playing red, but like if red becomes really open, this is actually pretty decent. 5 damage to target creature or destroying an artifact. It is a hefty price for 5, but you know, we don't have to play Greta, but it seemed like green was pretty open. I like this card, actually. You get to put a 1/1 counter, and then you get to proliferate. That's not bad. I do remember from this, anything that's like easy artifact removal, like red usually seemed to be pretty popular because there were some really cheap artifact spells. Excuse me. Artifact removal spells in red, as you would imagine. And I remember having, I want to say I don't know. We had a lot of fun. This is interesting. It's a ton of just different cards. It's pretty cool. All right, there's another journal. We saw that already. This probably comes back around. What else do we got here? Man, Hamlet Glutton probably comes back around too, but I like this guy. I'd like to see this Dark Moss Bridge too. Be nice. What's this? That's kind of interesting for us. Ooh, or do we take the spider food? I feel like we take the spider food. Let's be smart with our removal here. I don't know. I feel like I am going to be doing some sacrificing. Another spider food is really good. This will just be like a timely removal because we're going to be able to target a whole lot of things. And we get a food out of this, which is pretty cool. So we can see if we could sacrifice any of those. I'm just going to take another spider food. This is just going to basically be our removal. Ooh, Scream Puff coming back around is pretty good. Bloom Hulk would be interesting for us too, but I think I like this guy better. Yeah, we'll take the Scream Puff for now. We'll see if that guy comes back around. We could do double Scream Puff here, I guess. Get the big boys. Guess we could set up to sacrifice. I'm going to take the bridge. Just to help with mana. Indestructible artifact lands from MH2. Just take another bridge, why not? I'll take this guy, sure. Not gonna play Defabricate. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. How are we sitting? We're okay. I feel like we need maybe some better creatures. Oh, Hangerback Walker. This guy's really good. Vault Scourge would be great. Mirror Enforcer would be amazing, but I just feel like we take Hangerback Walker. There's no reason we don't. Ooh, Cast Down. It'd be nice to grab like Alloy Myrrh here with the Myrrh. I kind of was hoping to grab a few more Myrrhs if we can, because Kinsmith could come in and kind of fuel us a little bit. I'm gonna take Cast Down here. That's a very nice removal spell at 2. Our removal is gonna be really clean. Interesting. I feel like another Foundry Screecher. I'm gonna actually take this guy. There's another Witch's Vanity here. I'm gonna take the squad. Do we need any more removal? I don't think so. I'm gonna take that guy. Ooh, he's pretty interesting. Emergency Well would also be kind of cool, but the gift seems pretty good. I don't know. I could have taken, I guess, one more of these Gixian. I wanted to call it Gitaxian, but that's not what it is. Gixian Infiltrators. Because we are doing some sacrificing here, I do suppose. I don't know, does it make sense to take the Weirding Wood? I'll take the Essence Extraction. Renegade Map, sure. I don't know if we play Renegade Map. Because what does this do? I'm gonna take the Myrrh. We just go... I'll take this guy. Oh, we got a wood anyways. This is an interesting. This is going to be interesting. Pretty. I don't feel like we drafted poorly here by any means. I don't know if we get the opportunity to do the Myrrhs because we really didn't get many Myrrhs. So it might make sense to get rid of those guys. We are currently sitting at 17 creatures, 13 non-creatures. So we know what we have to get rid of here. Okay, we're going to take a look. This is interesting. We have a couple of cuts. We certainly need to get rid of some of the stuff over here. And not actually feeling too bad, but we'll take a look. We'll trim down the 6 cards. We'll be right back. Okay, I think this is where we're going to land. Pretty decent little curve up through 3 here. Sitting at 14 creatures, 9 non-creatures. Scream Puff ends up being kind of our top end here. We do have a decent little kind of sacrifice mechanic going here. We get some boost for that. We have a little bit of Proliferate if we wanted to go that route, but I kind of shied away from that. We do have the opportunity to put, some 1/1 counters in quite a few things. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting how we have built here. Then we have a couple of things that'll help us either return or, you know, get a little bit of advantage here. Deadly Dispute, I think, is going to be pretty decent here for what we're looking to do, because we can make some 1/1s and do a few things. And then we have a decent suite of removal, so I'm not really too concerned from that perspective. So green-black, kind of interesting. Kind of an interesting little build here. And yeah, I'm not sure how this will play, but but should at least hopefully be some fun. So let's get to some games. All right. This doesn't seem too bad, actually. Kind of right on curve for what we would expect. We got Cast Down. We'll keep this. Dark Moss Bridge right off the rip here. That's a good first land for us to play. We got 3 lands. Basically, pretty well play everything that we need to play here. I can't believe I literally just ripped 4 lands. Oh, that thing needs to die. Okay, we'll go this route. I don't know. This thing is actually scaring me. Because I feel like there's a world in which they can really... I feel like there's a world in which they can really get Captain Storm here rocking and rolling. And Cast Down, unfortunately, as good of a 2-mana removal spell as it is not going to help me to take care of that. That's for sure. Yeah. Sure. Dude, this is insane. Hmm. Yeah, we're gonna have to... So there's a world in which we can do some things. I'm trying to figure out how I best utilize the Gaia's gift here. Is what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Now I could put the 1/1 counter on it. This will actually stop the attack. Captain Storm's gonna keep getting so big. I need one more black mana. I think we sacrifice this. Then I jam this. And then I give that -3/-3. And then leave it be. I can do this at instant speed. Yeah, this is... Whew, I don't know. This is very... I need to get Captain Storm off of the battlefield here. That is like my main goal here. I'm curious where they're gonna put this. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. I get the sense that they're not going to attack with Captain Storm, so I'm gonna have to find a different route. I just don't know what I have in the deck that can actually take care of it. I don't know if this is the smart play here, but I'm gonna be 1 mana short. Oh, this stinks. I'm gonna be 1 mana short. I have plenty of life, so I can take some hits here. So I'm not too concerned about that. But I need to keep... It needs to stay as a 5/5. And it's not going to. Maybe she makes Waylaying Pirates a 5/5. I mean, I would. Yep. That makes sense. Now it's a 6/6. I'm just going to take the 10 damage here because I get this back. That dies. Ooh. Okay. That was much needed. We took it. We took a bump. We took a hit. Took a pretty heavy hit. Oh no. I don't know. Now I got the 6/6 that I got to deal with. Spider food will take care of this enthusiastic Mechanaut, so I'm not worried too much about that. Okay. This is interesting. So I'm trying to think if I emergency weld. And then try to get Vengeful Rebel back. I think I can do all of that. And then I can give this -3/-3. Okay, that was clean. That was really clean. I think I just attack with this. I don't think there's a reason to not attack. Right, because now we have the capability of chumping. All right. Interesting. That was that was a little dicey there for a minute. The food synergies and sacrifice actually came together okay. I'm not gonna say it was great, but it came together okay. We moved through a ton of cards here. Candid Grapple was really good. I'm happy to see that because we have lots of opportunities to bargain this, which is really, really nice. I gotta figure out better how to use Briar Bridge Patrol here. But Shadow Spear, really nice. +1/+1, lifelink, and trample is really good. So that was gonna help us to pump some damage in. But they made some big guys there. What's interesting is I'm honestly surprised at 10 life why they conceded. Now, granted, there's a world in which like next turn we kind of do an all-out attack and then really get in some damage. They could trade down, but they have some trade downs here that wouldn't have been so bad and would have definitely been able to get some more draws. Now, jamming Scream Puff, that's a different story because then I throw Shadow Spear on it. And we're kind of rocking and rolling from there, but that was a fun first one. That was a little tight. That was a little interesting. All right, Shadow Spear, Spider Food. We're looking pretty good, actually. We don't have we have some things to do. We can turn one Shadow Spear, which would be kind of cool. That prepped up, but we are on the draw here, so I'm all right with this. The hope here is that they play some kind of like artifact creature, turn 2 or turn 3 or whatever, and then we pop it with Spider Food, get our food token, then we can sacrifice, you know, do some things. I don't have a turn 2 play, so I'm fine to get Darkmoss Bridge off the rip here. Get our Gitaxian Infiltrator. Just a little 2/1. Each other modified creature. Interesting. That would be an interesting way to go too. If this was a pretty consistent theme, because there is a lot of equipment. This is a pretty equipment heavy set, I would say. See what they do here. We'll try to be smart with running Cast Down out. Shadow Spear becomes not super scary, I feel like, to most. But it can definitely get out of hand here. What I almost want them to do is try to cast 3 spells here. I doubt that they have that. If they had that, they would I guess we'll just do that. It just blanks that. Take some damage here. What do we want to try to do here? Yeah, I don't mind that they get a food token. We definitely want to kill this before they get a wicked roll. Yeah, and that wouldn't be a terrible use of our spider food, I feel like. And if we get a mana, we can spider food. Play some 1/1s. Smart. And we'll keep cast down up. Just in case they like go to pump something. Our 4/4 blocker here is gonna do pretty good, I feel like. Might as well. I mean, if they don't have anything to do with their food token, they can rip it, but they're really not threatening with a ton of damage here. And now that we're at 5 mana, we'll be in pretty good shape. I'm just gonna keep playing bodies here. I can't imagine what they have in their hand. Like, what are they waiting for? Are they waiting for a color of mana? Are they... I don't want to just rip the cast down here. I am gonna do this now. And then what I think I do, I probably just go equip Shadow Spear, start swinging, Ball Fist Revolutionary. Creature cards from graveyard to hand. That's nice to get both these guys back. The other flips, I mean, what I want, yeah, I mean, I should probably... I have literally never had this happen before. Oh, do we get to keep playing? Okay, that's fine. All right, let's just go. I don't know. I'm not Both got trample, lifelink. Punching some damage. We'll get healthy here. This guy can't be blocked by artifact creatures. Seems fine. And we have Candy Grapple back up here. Like, just rip this off. Get rid of that guy. I'm just gonna keep punching with damage here. Then I'm gonna play a Scream Puff. Now, they could pretty easily chump block that. There's also a world in which I just... There's a world in which we move Shadow Spear to the Scream Puff next turn, and then that also allows us to play the Foundry Screecher at the same time. I need a spider food. That's what I need. I'm gonna get into this interesting trade dilemma here. Me having a backup Scream Puff is really gonna help me. I think I actually play Greta here, because then I could start punching through. If we end up finding a one of our other, we only have one other spider food, so that was significant that they blocked there. They must have just been flooding out. Ooh, they gonna be able to play that and kill something? Nice. Getting like 3 for 1 here. And we just jam another one of these guys. We can equip, we can attack. We're pretty well situated here. Ah, they were flooded. They just had a bunch of lands. It looks like. Just makes it a more effective blocker. I feel like that was pretty good. Get a little 3 for 1 action. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because the extra 1/1 keeps Scream Puff safe. 5, no, we're still good. Unless they had a direct damage, they're not going to be able to do anything anyways. Scream Puff pretty well just takes over this game. As long as we keep attacking with it. We'll essentially be able to get the trade down on... Oh, that hurts even more. Yep. GG's, my friend. That was a close one. That was interesting. This whole these have definitely been longer games, very long games. This whole draft and the way that the decks are set up is really interesting. I'm liking what we've got going on here. I feel like we have some pretty good synergies. We saw a ton of cards. We saw an absolute massive amount of cards. Good spinner removal. Emergency Weld has turned out to be really fantastic. So I've really enjoyed that. Fierce Witchstalker, Greta. We have kind of like a sub-food theme going on, which has also been really nice. Spider Food's been good. And that's just letting us power through, gives us things to sacrifice. That's been That's been nice, and I will say that I have been thoroughly impressed with Shadow Spear. Trample and Lifelink, really good, really good. And then we could have turned off this thing's hexproof if we, or no, it's not hexproof, it's ward, so we would not have been able to do that. Them going about and blocking the screen puff with this was really the turning point. I feel like if they don't do that and just take the damage and then they start attacking, it gets pretty interesting at that point. Although this is pretty vulnerable now that I'm thinking about it. At being a 7, it's not vulnerable, but at being a 7/5 is kind of interesting. So that was fun. These have been fun. These have actually, I really enjoyed this draft the last time around, and it has continued to hold up to be that. All right. Honestly, another good start. In bridge early here. See what they do. I'm candy grappling this thing. So if they miss their land drop, then oh, I could have candy. Yeah, it's fine. Make the 1/1s, because this actually is better for us. Ooh, nice. Greta. Very good. I feel like we do this guy. I would like probably a forest. This will let us get our screen puff out. Jam that way if we want to go that route. Oh, interesting. That's smart though. I don't hate sacrificing the food to get the I don't hate sacrificing the food to get the card. I'm surprised they made that play. Maybe they have a way. Maybe they have an emergency well or something to get Greta back. That's a nice target. I knew spider food was gonna come in handy for us. Get her attack on here, baby. Definitely be getting in some damage. Or not. Interesting. I'm surprised they would give me a food token here. Like, what's Staunch Crewmate doing for you? Oh, maybe setting it up for a double block. I actually don't mind that. Because then we just jam another one. That's just rude. That's just rude. Oh, man. That is rude. Oh, and the nice part now is we have the food. Oh. We have all the answers right here. I feel bad. I hate when this happens to me in the reverse. It's just gross. Really should have been attacking with both the servos, probably. The deck is set up really nicely, though. I think having a good top end with the screen puffs makes a lot of sense. It's definitely very slow format. So this is probably my favorite play, though. Is this right here? That is just freaking brutal. Oh my gosh. The food synergies here. This is the highest we've ever made it, actually, in limited, which is really cool. I'm really gonna try to get whatever the tier is above platinum is my goal here before this season ends. So I am trying to push towards that. That is pretty sweet. I will take it. I will take that. Was that was nice. That was nice. We have started off 3-0 with this. It's just been a ton of fun. I know the games have been a little bit maybe more grindy. I think our deck is actually well positioned for that. We have some good recursion. We have the ability to actually gain a ton of life with food. I think having kind of a sacrifice / sub food mechanic here has been really solid. Good synergies. I think we managed to put a pretty fun deck here. I think our creatures are actually setting up really nicely for what we're seeing, and then we have a good suite of removal. I'm happy with our suite of removal to keep some of the bigger things out of the way. We've made some really nice combat tricks. We've made some really nice plays there. I think that last game was probably the best, one of the best just situations of just having consistent sets of answers, being able to 2-for-1, and just pumping through some damage, and then obviously getting additional options to get some more food, get some damage across, or do whatever we need to do. So I will likely do another video of this. So I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Just say thank you so very much for checking this out. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you've jumped in and you've had a chance to do some of this arena remix, let me know what you built. I'm always interested. I think there is a ton of really cool options that you could go. Some of the decks that we came up against were really neat. I think really pretty well put together for the most part. Outside of that last match, every game has been like a fight, which is actually also kind of something that I've enjoyed. They're not just absolute, getting beat down or doing the reverse, every time. So we'll see how the rest of these shape up. If you have not jumped into it, I strongly recommend. It's fun. It's really fun. The card pool is crazy, so you do need to take a look at it. You can view it here too if you're unfamiliar or haven't maybe jumped into these before. But there is a massive amount of cards for you to take a look at. You can think about some strategies and see what is in here. But there's some really cool cards in here too, is the other thing to think about, which is one of the other reasons that I was kind of excited to jump in. You got Karn Legacy Reforged, Cityscape Leveler. You've got some neat stuff. There's Karn right here. There's this. It's just been fun. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, I have really been enjoying Bloomburrow, been having a ton of fun, really been trying to grind that a whole lot. But this just is a nice breath of fresh air and something different. And Bloomburrow is not necessarily on its way out, but Duskmorn is quickly approaching, so I'm actually getting pretty excited for that. So might be covering some additional content on the channel around that. We will see, but if you're interested in MTG pack openings, we do those every Wednesday. Not sure when this is going to go up, but if you haven't, go check those out. Lots of fun. We got a ton of stuff queued up. We're going to be jumping into Duskmorn when we get our stuff in, and we'll keep hitting up some MTG events, keep doing some drafts and having some fun. And so just look forward to a bunch more content on the channel. Got playlists for a whole bunch of stuff. Links in the description. Do the YouTube thing. Like, comment, subscribe. Help us get to 1,000 subs. Really does. That's our first big milestone. Gives us some additional options with the channel, so we'd really appreciate that. We got links in the description for a couple of other channels that we do run, so if you want to go check that out, we'd appreciate it. We just appreciate the support, and just thanks for spending a few minutes of your day. And let me know, like I said, down below if you've had a chance to do this Premier Remix draft and what you think. We'll close it out here. Thanks for watching. We'll be sure to catch you in the next one. Peace.